Lynn Shaw is with me right now. Anybody on the panel? Irv Brandt is with us. Sydney Sumner, Angelica Martinez, Servina. Lynn Shaw is joining me, founder, executive director, Lynn's Warriors, devoted to stopping sex trafficking. You know why I'm so angry right now? And people often say, why don't you smile on TV? Are they crazy? You know, I'm so angry right now, Lynn. I'm angry because I have dealt very closely. And hey, everybody, look around. 1 out of 4 women you may never suspect, have been molested or sex assaulted. They have. 1 in 4, at the least. That's a conservative number. I have dealt with so many girls and women that are never the same. Now, let's get real. We're talking about a freak off like it's kind of funny. It's not. Imagine a woman who is drugged in her drink. She thinks she's going to a nice party, right? She's excited. Sean Combs wants to invite her to a party with all these important, fancy people and maybe even giving her a nice, beautiful outfit, designer clothes to wear. She's never seen anything like it in her life. This party where there's caviar, there's champagne, there's limos, there's fur, diamonds, you name it. And she's there. She's at the party, rubbing elbows with all these hip-hop music stars, you name it. Maybe J-Lo's there. Maybe 50's there. I don't know. Maybe Justin Bieber's there. Maybe Ashton Kutcher's there. And there she is, okay? But what happens after the party? All the celebs may not know about that. Neither does she, because she's drugged. What do you think those lights and those video cameras were for? You know how awful it is for a woman to be, what she lives through the rest of her life. And then to find out that it was on video and you were posed in positions and people were videoing parts of your body and your face while you're getting in all sorts of positions. That is what we're talking about, Lynn. And not just one woman, many women. Those are the allegations.
You know, Nancy, I want to start with, I wonder what his mama thinks about all of this. And he's also a father of daughters. I had to put my glasses on today because I can't see straight, I kid you not, about this whole scenario. We work with victims day in and day out of sex trafficking, sexual exploitation, online exploitation. This case in the last 2 days has made me so sick. I had to put a yellow blouse on today to tell myself, you know what, sunshine, perhaps we're going to have justice here. So many women and girls are looking at this case and wondering, we are not talking enough about not only sex workers, prostitutes, as in the indictment, regular girls, naive, underage even, and there were mentions of boys and young men as well. What this does to them, they have post-traumatic stress disorder, how this has ruined, I'm sick from, it's going to be countless lives have been ruined from this, the toll on their bodies, the toll on their minds. What's going on right now? This is despicable. I feel dirty. And I work in this business every single day. And why was this allowed to go on for 4 decades now that we know about, since the early 90s? And all the people around him did nothing because they sold out for $1. And I leave you with, who is Christina Coram, his chief of staff, a woman who started with him around 2013, his right hand, those are his words. She knew all of this. There is always a woman involved with sex trafficking rings and all of these criminal operations to act as the big sister, the mother for all these vulnerable girls and young women. And you know what? It is disgusting. And I've been made sick from all of this. Let us put the focus now on victims and survivors and keep him behind bars.
I don't get it. Lynn Shaw, am I supposed to care that Diddy's got a TT into a metal urinal? I don't care.
Uh, None of us are supposed to care because think about the prison, the jails, all of his victims have been living in and continue to live in. And I want to keep the focus again. First of all, I'm a New Yorker. As far as I'm concerned, the Manhattan Detention Center is too good of a place for this Pimp Daddy. That was his street name since the 90s. Pimp Daddy. Remember, we have worked at the Warriors with women who have come up as teenage girls through this whole rap music, right? It started as hip hop, then it was rap music, and they have reported these things about him and his entourage for decades now. We don't care. Let him choke on a bad tuna fish sandwich. Let's think about the victims. Let's think about the survivors.
Well, you know what? We're talking about victims and
Yes.
sodomy victims alleged by the
Yes.
state, but let's don't forget the potential murder charge hanging out there. Listen.
Dwayne Keefe D. Davis claims credit for Tupac's murder on BET and in his memoir. He says Puffy Combs wanted Knight and Tupac's heads after their diss track Hit 'Em Up. When Davis offers to carry out the hits, Combs agrees to pay him $1 million.